stock market is rigged, and now NVIDIA is the most valuable company on planet Earth, surpassing Microsoft by market cap, the biggest company ever because of AI, this, that, or whatever. We don't care about that. We care about the options, and we're going to start looking at them starting on the 10th, day in and day out. What happened to NVIDIA options post 10-for-1 stock split? And what we're seeing is this thing is behaving a lot like the QQQ. Open up right here. What is that? 120 right at the strike and 8 cents. And what happens? You get a big nuke and we go down 3 strikes. What do we know? 3 strikes is like basically if you don't nuke past it immediately, it's going to go back up. You're up 3. If you don't go past it to 4, it's going to nuke down. And this is a perfect example. Coming down, we're going up, and then they end up closing this thing like barely even higher. This is like the only move of the entire session. You could possibly trade these bears here towards the final, because they are above the blue line. And how did this thing do? 43%? I mean, it's not terrible. But the same thing, if we're looking for this down move, even though this is not 3 strikes, this is very close to the blue line. If you don't nuke past it, it's going to go the other way, especially considering we are in a bull market. Perfect example. 1434, looks like it's got to go down. It doesn't. Then Wall Street's just playing around. For right now, tradability, ignore it. Volume is looking something like 6,000 sweeps per day average. So this is actually a little bit below. But let's check out, see what the rest of the week has in store. Tradability turned off. We're looking at the 11th. Volume, 3,215. So it's like half. That's low volume. That's nightmare mode. And what do we know about nightmare mode? We do not want to trade these bears below the blue line. That is nasty. Now, historically, at 300% volume right here, you're going to keep going further down. But this number is actually low. I mean, this is day 2 of NVIDIA stock split. Big move, almost, look where it bounces perfectly, $2.97, 3 strike rule once again. And then they just ping pong this thing, end up closing it, right below the 121 strike. Nice move down. But this, if this did not say NVIDIA, you'd be looking at it, it's like, hey, that could be SPY, that could be QQQ. And that's basically how this is playing out post-stock split. What do we have here? Well, here we have a giant ramp in the morning. Beautifully tagged. I mean, just look. Look at all the green. Look at all the bulls. You get the tags, you move up. Where do we end up stopping? Right, this push from 3 to 4. That's kind of what we expected, like with NVIDIA. Now that strikes are dollar levels, it's hard to push from 3 to 4. You don't get it here. And then what do? Rest of the session, just ping pong. 125 to 126. Oh my gosh, it's all over. And you end up closing, $2 higher, $2.11 higher. That's it. I mean, what else can we see? What can we learn? Oh, it's a little bit higher volume here, but doesn't break down to 3. Mean reversion. Like, that is perfect mean reversion on NVIDIA. Not something we're used to seeing with this stock. On a Friday when it's 0 day, everyone cut out early. Look at that ping pong at the end. Historically, these performed really well. They didn't. It looks like SPY, man. Because look, we're trying to go to 3. You don't get there. You get awesome bear bombs that take it back down. We go below 130, which is the blue line. We don't nuke past it. And boom, they just bring you right back up to 2 strikes. Amazing. 2 more days. Let's see what we got. Same thing. Look at that. 3 strikes down, and that is the absolute low. So if you took that trade, what time is that? 10:30-ish? 10:29. I mean, your max gain was pretty low, 27%, because this, remember, is a Monday. But that is classic rig strategy. 3 down, don't get it. They end up closing this thing at 131.02. You're seeing it, people? Look, it's $1.97 down from the open. This is like pure blue line rule, 3-strike rule. It's all about what happens at these dollar levels. They knew people were buying NVIDIA calls, so they nuked it down to 131. That's $1.97. It is perfectly 2 strikes down from the open. That's just what NVIDIA does now. And here you go, the 18th, absolute ramp day. What is volume here? 69.59. We go up, you're up 2, and then look, you break 3, and you get all of the bulls coming in. That's beautiful to see. I mean, that is what you want if you're going to go beyond 3. White line, flat, right? Just 182%. Look at this move. You're going from 180 to 222 in like 20 minutes. You're getting the tags that support. Volume is going up, price follows it. And where do we end up stopping? Right at 5. 5's a tough one. So you end up getting, $4, 4.43 strikes on this. They had a good opportunity to take it down, but when you move up, you love to see that volume, price going in the same direction. On a Tuesday, these are really good returns. And probably, let's see, 1152. Wow, you were actually able to KTR some of these and return, 76% or 40% if you're still holding. Hey, that's a win, baby. Take them where you can get them. I'll be really excited to see how Komodo changes once we get a couple more weeks of data, and then we'll post more video updates. But I think for now, just trade it like you would SPY or QQQ. 3-strike rule, unless you get this volume and the tags. Absolutely amazing. The stock market is rigged.